When I first met you, life was so perfect. I sat up here for days. Don't interrupt me. I told you, don't you fucking interrupt me. I need to get this shit off of my chest. This shit has happened because of you. I wouldn't be going through this shit if you wouldn't be putting me through it, Trey. There's no reason for you to even try to justify anything because you can keep your dick in your pants. You should start treating me like shit. You should stop respecting me. There were so many secrets. And you thought I wouldn't have a clue. You had the audacity to set up a threesome with a woman that you was already fucking and think I wouldn't know? So I'm gonna tell you this. We're in this together, baby. So go pick up the fucking body. You go dump it.
Yo, let me give it to you right all night. No, we ain't never gonna stop. I ain't never had it like this before. No, gotta keep it together. Yeah, that's right. It's a real good, a sexual fight. Give it to you like all night, right?
I'ma take you some loving, sweet delicious somethings. Only you, I'm so gifted. See the blood on the wings. Take it to the floor, what's up? Our flexibility, you gon' find out. Time out, gon' pull out. No down, no down. Onegaishimasu. Anata no ai o misete kudasai. Oh, you gonna feel it, sensual magic.
Yeah, baby, tell me how you feel. Straightforward, 100, keeping always real. Cause I'm giving it to you right. Pleasure on, going all night. You know the deal, and it gon' last for life.
Hi, Charlene. Come on in.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Thank you for joining us again for another episode of season 2, Her Point of View, with your girl LeeLee, the goddess, and the lovely
Mimie Acosta.
This show is brought to you by I Said It Management. Now, what can they do if they want to be a sponsor or a guest to the show?
They need to send us an email at herpointofview@aol.com.
That's right. That's right. If you're interested in listening to any of my music, my films, and other content, you go ahead and Google LeeLee the Goddess or LeeOnessa, and you'll find me on IMDb.
All right. And if you guys want to send me a message or two, you can find me at M.I.A Entertainment Group on IG or my website, miaentertainmentgroup.com.
That's right. That's right. I love that. We have a wonderful celebrity guest by name of Felice Tamara J, filmmaker, writer, fellow filmmaker, writer, director, actress, internationally recognized comedy skit curator, recording artist, and podcast host. Welcome, Queen, to the show.
Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bring her out, bring her out.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us for this episode. Shout out to Miss Bernadette. Hello, how you doing? Hello, Felice Tamara.
How are you?
Hello. How you doing, Queen? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm actually doing
Where can
good.
everybody find you on all social media platforms?
Well, you can find me on Facebook at Felice Tamara J. You can find me on Instagram at Felice_Tamara J. You can follow me on TikTok at Felice Tamara J as well. Yeah.
Fabulous, fabulous. Now, real quick, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
I'm outnumbered again. Another Scorpio. I'm always
That's
outnumbered.
okay. That's okay. You October, baby?
Say that again.
October?
October 27th.
Mimie.
All right.
26, 27. We about to have that party this year, girl.
Yes, we are.
I'm gonna have to make a
And
trip,
then-
but that's okay.
I'm the Sagittarius, November 26th. November,
That's okay,
not
my
December,
good
November 26th.
That's
You
all
got-
right.
You right behind us. You behind us. Yeah.
It's okay.
Big difference.
Okay.
And shout out to Brick Malone. I hope I said your
Yes.
name right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, today we want to get into talking about relationships. One of my favorite questions to ask, and I'm going to ask you because it's new day, new night, new episode. Do you agree that if you go on a first date, and it don't matter where it is, the movies or to the beach or whatever, and we'll get to that question later. Which one's your favorite type of first date to go on? But do you believe in a first kiss, like on the date, that date?
I mean, depending on the chemistry, yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's okay.
Long
And
as
that's everything considered, germs and stuff, and people probably passing.
I just saying, depending on if the breath is fresh, and I look at teeth and things like that. If you got things going on with your mouth, I may let you get a little peck on the job, but we ain't slobbing and bobbing. We ain't doing that.
Right.
That's
Look,
right.
I get but we ain't bobbing for apples, baby. We ain't slobbing.
That's right. Plus, you're spending a significant amount of time during the date probably analyzing the breath. Like, could I kiss this guy? I need to smell. I need to look. I need to really analyze and probably ask him some personal questions that might lead to answers that he don't even know. He don't even know
that he's on that little test.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So then, what would be? Yeah, little peck. What would be like your ideal first date then? What's okay as a first date?
I'm a plain Jane. So I mean, I'm not. First dates for me is I'm sapiosexual. I'm attracted to intelligence. So I would like to go probably, if depending do the climate or what season, or walk on the beach or something, maybe go bar hopping, do some karaoke, shoot some pool, play darts. Going to the show, that's boring to me. I got a fire stick. I don't need that shit. Like going to fine dining restaurants, maybe down the line. I mean, I like to sit down in a environment where it's not too loud, because now conversate. This is the time for me to get to know you. So
yes. I like it. I absolutely love it. I don't even have look, I always have a little backup. I always want to say a little something, shoot my little 5 cents. Honey, no, I keep it to my 1 penny and I'm good. That was well said.
Yeah. I don't need you to try to get me to nobody to buy me a couple of drinks so you can try to that ain't happening. We can have a
Right.
little cocktail, maybe some coffee. Don't always
Right.
got to be alcohol. You
Yes.
know,
Right.
and let's talk. I want to get to know you. Let me tap into your mind. Let me see what you about. That's what
Right.
yeah.
Those nails are on fleek, by the way. Ow, kitty
Meow.
cat. Arr.
Yeah.
Could you ladies ever see yourselves, now we work in film, but could you ever see yourself actually on one of those reality shows that's for dating?
No. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no right quick. But go ahead, Felice, honey, because I know you was coming with it. Bring it.
I'm like, I'm really against it because especially if it's the dating shows where like The Bachelor or how Flavor of Love was,
Mm-hmm.
and all those multiple women they kissing, and I'm not doing that.
Yes.
Shot of love, all
I'm
that stuff.
no, I'm not doing that. No,
Right. Right.
too many, like you say, too many germs out here, and reality TV shows is nothing but drama,
Yes.
and they push you to a point to make an ass of yourself on TV. I'm not doing that. No.
Right. Right.
It's too gimmicky, too gimmicky.
That's
So
definitely a no-no.
so since just because you work in film, you still have standards and you still have preference.
Yes. Yes.
Let them know.
I'm not gonna humiliate myself for fame. I'm not doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so on your first date, your guy decides that he wants to take you, first date, he decides that he wants to take you to his mom's house for dinner.
What am I mean your mama for? I may not even be with you after today. No. Why you want me to meet your mama? That's too soon. I may not even like you. No.
Right.
No.
Right.
No.
Right, you got
That's
to break that heart right quick.
Yeah.
Have any of you ladies ever been in that situation where you either you were or you came close to it? And what happened?
I said no.
That's right. Did you stay in the car or like, you had your own?
I don't go.
You said, oh no. And but what if like it was a situation where he says, I gotta make a quick stop to my mom's house?
I'm staying in the car.
Like, I'm gonna stay my butt in the car. You go ahead and see your mama.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
what if you're invited to a party and then the whole family is getting close to you, asking all these intrusive questions while your date is away?
You just don't know how much of an asshole I am. I will never be I can't be put in that predicament because I respect my elders for one. That's how I was raised.
Yes.
And I will not allow someone that I'm dating, their family, to question me like that. I would leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
In order to not disrespect anybody, I would leave. Because I would start feeling uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I would leave.
Yeah.
What if you were asked what you ladies were rated? Like, what if let's say a panel, you're on a panel and you got one side is females and one side is the men. And the guys are asking you, us ladies, and you're on the panel and he says, what do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? And who would you relate yourself to as far as celebrity? Which female celebrity would you relate yourself to?
Shit.
Well, if you were asked that, what would your answer be?
Not none. I am Mimie Acosta, and I'm gonna rate myself as what God rates me as, and I am God's perfection. So check this out. Work it out.
What a great answer, Mimie. Oh my God, that was good. Go ahead, Felice. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I am she, Felice Tamara J, and it's only one me, so I will not compare myself to no celebrity. And to put myself on a scale to number myself, infinity.
Right.
There's no number to me. Like, no. Like,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And I love those answers. I agree. I like it. I heard the opposite. On a panel they say that once the females they had said their answer, some of them said 10, some of them said 8, some of them said, I think the lowest was a 7.5 or something like that. And One related herself to Rihanna. The other one related herself to, I think, Lotto and so forth. And then the last question that they asked was something along the lines of, how many males that are decent males slipped into your DMs and you've rejected them? And they all raised their hands, and so he then responded and told them that they were not a 10 because they were all single. What do you say to that?
So you being single makes you not a 10?
Right.
That's very good.
That's very immature on it. That's immature on his behalf, and he has insecurities. That's just how I.
Yeah.
He has insecurities within himself. So therefore, if he looking at a woman that's being single, so obviously, you know, I feel like a lot of men, not saying all, but a lot of men have a problem with women in power. And and a lot of us have matured and evolved it to the point where we don't need to have a relationship in order to be happy, because we're happy within ourselves.
Right.
And I'm not saying I'm single. I've been single for 5 years, and I'm single by choice, because I'm single because there were things that I needed to fix within myself.
Yes.
So I had to fix things within myself, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and all of that.
Yes.
So am I prepared to be in a relationship now? Yes, I know my worth, and I'm just not going to settle.
Yes.
So he being single.
I've been single for 13 years. You're good.
Like, I'm just not. And some men always say this. Oh, who hurt you? Or you're bitter. Or you're miserable. Or you're just, you don't need a man. I never said that. Right. I just know my worth, and I'm not going to settle for anything because I'm lonely.
Yes.
I'm not.
Brick Malone, I love what you said. We're all beautifully made. We all need to recognize that. That's right. Yeah. That is so true. And Felice, I have to give it to you, sweetheart. That is a beautiful thing to do, is work on yourself before moving forward, because you can take craziness and bad energy to another relationship just because you want to be in one. You don't want to be by yourself, all this stuff. So that's a really, really good a good attribute to have, is to fix yourself and then move forward.
Yes. You gotta love yourself in order to manifest the opposite love. You know, the love that's supposed to come to your life. You gotta love yourself first.
That's right. That's right. So, Felice, in a relationship, are your friends his friends and vice versa? And how long does that take to happen?
Say that one more time.
Are your friends his friends and vice versa?
Are my friends his friends?
And vice versa. Like, are you okay with that?
To an extent. I feel as though that, I don't know. I feel as though that with me being in a relationship and I have people that are my friends, they should not be as close to my mate like that. I don't condone that. For what? Why?
Right.
Would I introduce them to my mate? Of course. But depending on how close, no, because I don't want to get to know his friends like that either, because I've been in a situation. I've been in lots of situations where I've dated people and come to find out that their friends like me. And it wasn't a comfortable, it wasn't a good feeling. Yeah, and I've been in a situation before where I was married once, and my best friend made a pass at my husband.
Oh, hell.
While I was at work.
Oh, my God. Have mercy, Lord.
Her shower broke down, which I knew. She wanted to take a shower. She had just talked to me. I'm on my way to work. Why would you wait until I leave to go to my house with a robe on, with your bag, with your clothes in it, and come to say, oh, I just wanted to come and take a quick shower?
No, she had that plan all along. That was a plan.
Yeah.
That was a plan.
And then after he told me, she comes to me and say, oh, I was just testing him to see what type of man was he? Was he the right one for you? What?
We're not in high school.
Right.
On that note, no, I don't
So
believe that
so
my
so he
brother.
allowed it. He actually opened the door and let her.
No, she knocked on the door, and he let her in because she was like, I want to use your bathroom, and he was like, oh, okay, and then turned around and said, oh, I just wanted to use your shower, and removed her robe, and she had on like a tank top and some booty shorts, and he put her out. He was like, nah, you gotta go.
Right.
And so he put her out. He called me immediately.
Right.
I don't know what your friend on, but she just called me. I mean, she just came over here and made a pass at me, and I'm calling you to tell you before she even tried to say anything.
Try to
Right.
say, try to twist the story. Yeah.
But then he
Yep.
turned it around on you, thinking
Oh
that
yeah,
you're
I left
texting
work.
him.
I left work.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
Well,
whoa,
well,
whoa,
it's,
whoa, whoa,
it's
whoa,
good
whoa.
that you're here with us.
Huh?
To be
It's
continued.
good you're with us,
I left work.
because that could have been what had happened was you're in prison for life because
No, I didn't end up in prison, but she got this work though.
yeah.
Oh, that was like, oh, she came in and she swept the floor.
And that broke my heart.
Yes.
That
Yes.
broke my heart. It really did. And from that, and that made me not trust women like that. So I just feel, even sister, whoever, whatever, nobody needs to be like left alone with your man like that. You shouldn't.
Yes.
You know how people be like, you would trust someone, but why even put yourself in that situation
Yes.
to allow anything like that to happen?
Right.
That's a complete no. People should know that if I'm not home or whatever, why you don't need to be in the presence of my guy if I'm not around.
That's right.
Don't call him for advice, any of that. That's
Right.
my brother. No, I don't play that game either.
Right.
Not your brother.
Right. Yes.
I don't play that game either.
Yes. Yes.
So has
go ahead.
trust issues made it really difficult for you to engage with a new chapter?
No.
She said nope. No, me neither.
Because she don't have trust. Because she's not the one with trust issues.
I don't have trust issues like that. I have trust issues when it comes to dating men and not finding out that they have a wife or a fiance or a baby mama later. And I wonder sometimes, like, how in the hell are you living with a woman and you're allowed to be out all times of night?
Yeah.
You find out later that they got whole wives and fiancés and living with the woman. How you getting out the house like that?
Right. Is that like a polyamorous type? Those swingers or poly? I think it's a polyamorous.
What it is, but I've dated two people. One had a fiance and one had a wife at home.
Wow. Yeah. No. So,
no.
What do you say is the most important element in maintaining a strong relationship?
Communication.
Yes, ma'am.
Communication. Yes. And of course, trust. But communication is the key. If you can't talk to your mate on a certain level and both of you all can understand each other, especially emotionally, because you get a lot of people that are narcissists and they're manipulative, and a lot of the times people take advantage of people, and you have that one person that's always nice, but the other person takes advantage of the other person. But then you have the other person that's not as verbal because they don't want to talk about it.
Right.
People shut down. That used to be me in the past when I didn't like confrontation with my mate. So I would do anything to not argue. So I'll just try to find something funny or whatever, to do. But now I don't give a shit.
Right.
She said, I don't give a rat's flying ass.
You have evolved. You have evolved from that, that little cocoon. Like, okay, you know what? No, hold on. I need to spread my wings and be free. Forget all that. Because you hurt yourself. You hurt yourself more.
Piles and piles and piles and piles, and to the point where you erupt and it gets so bad. And
Yes.
if we
I
can,
got a question for you two Scorpios, since I got both of y'all up on here. I got a question. In your young, when you was a teeny bopper, little teen, do you find that you were more of a quiet type person before you emerged from your little butterfly cocoon, and started being more vocal or something like that? Yes, no.
I
With
was a lot.
relationships.
I was a lot quieter when I was younger.
Mm.
I
Good.
really didn't talk. I didn't express my feelings. I would just go cry later.
Mm-hmm. Well,
What?
I was basically like that myself, but it came from an interesting place of how I was raised and a lot of things that happen in the home and not in the home and all kinds of stuff. But then when I got out of the home base, your girl just went,
She
"Ba-da!"
said you
You had to
explored more because you
you
were
had to
free.
watch what you say around me. And
Mhm.
family couldn't just tell me anything because I would tell it. Oh, wait a minute, but you slept with this one, and then you got that one pregnant, and then what had happened was, and when I was small, and I remember her, and you was sleeping with both of them at the same time, and start all kinds of shit in the whole family. And now it's like when I go home, it's like, oh shit, where's she staying, and who party she going to, and where? But my cousins, they love and appreciate me because I have set the way for them to speak. I'm not into
Mhm.
that quiet stuff. No, don't tell me no secret. I don't do secrets. I don't do family secrets, all that stuff. And it comes from that type of place. So yeah, when I was younger, I was very quiet. But as I
Well, mine come from, I was in an abusive relationship. So I only been married once.
hmm
My ex-husband, which is my youngest daughter, father, I have two daughters.
hmm
He was abusive.
hmm
So I wasn't I was too afraid to express myself when I was younger because he would fight me or whatever. But
hmm
you remember that movie that Jennifer Lopez played? Enough.
Enough.
yes,
That was me. I literally went into boxing. I took defense classes and everything, and
Well,
to
damn.
I was taught not to use my boxing out of anger, but as a defense mechanism. And I was also taught to verbally speak up for myself. And
yes,
it started, it didn't stop. And I vowed that I would never, ever let a guy treat me like that ever again, because it got so bad to the point. Imagine walking outside with a ponytail in your head, with sweatpants and a t-shirt on, with your head down, walking. He did not allow me to walk with my head up, because if a guy looked in my direction or looked at me, or if we made eye-to-eye contact, that was my fault. If a guy
Mm.
looked,
yeah.
so
That was some serious issues that
I
he had.
walk with my head down out in public when I was with him, because if I looked anywhere and made eye contact with any man, it's because I wanted it, or it. I was young,
hmm
so I was like 21, 22, 23. I was young.
hmm
But baby, when I tell you, when I made that first punch, it was over.
hmm
When I
One
that's
hit a
when I
quitter.
when I felt my power behind the first punch, when I hit him, it was over.
Yes.
And from that day forward, I was like, I vowed to never let anybody control me
hmm
like that again. But I had to get counseling after that. I had to get anger management
hmm
years, because it made me angry.
Of course.
Bottled
Right.
all of that in for so long. So I
Mhm.
just exploded. So now anytime anybody said something to me, it was always a defense mechanism that
Yes.
I'm not going to let you hurt me.
Right.
I'm not going to
Right.
let you touch me. If you came within this is, I call, this is my safe spot. I
Right.
allow you to get close to me. No, it was bad. It was not good for me, because I would strike people. I would, if I
Right.
feel like you was gonna do something to me, I'll hit you first.
Right. Yes.
If
Yes.
you
Yes.
yell at
I
me or
totally
scream,
get it.
I'll hit you first. And
hmm
that was not good. I had to take anger management for 2 years.
Mhm.
Now I noticed that Scorpios normally they a lot of times they end up with a Cancer. Is this true?
Never.
I've never been.
Maybe you
Never.
should try.
I don't think so.
Never.
Maybe that's a sign.
We all water signs: Scorpios, Pisces, and Cancers. Or
You said what?
we water signs, right? Is it a Cancer?
Well, I understand that since Cancers like to live on the wild side and the edge, and the Scorpios provide that edge for the Cancer, they usually go to the Scorpio.
It's Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah. I always thought it was Scorpios and Pisces.
Girl,
they'll probably kill each other.
You want to deal with the fish? I don't think so.
And maybe it's because my mom is a Pisces, and I don't really know the male version of a Pisces, but I know the female version.
My mom was a Cancer.
Oh, see, I had a Cancer, really, really good friend, and she was amazing. Probably still is. We're just not on the same level anymore of conversation, but she was really, really a great person. And the Cancers that I do know are all really, really good people. Maybe a little emotional, but yeah, for the most part.
Shout out to all you Scorpios out there. And if you are a single Scorpio female and you end up on a date with a male Cancer, you better let your girl LeeLee know how it went. Because I'm curious. I just want to know.
You know what? I guess so. We need to do a call-in segment of our show where we can get that, because that right there.
Do y'all do call-ins?
No, not yet, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have to probably incorporate that.
That's next. Don't stay tuned. Do you notice that a lot of times when people are in a relationship, they have either the male or female is isolating them from their family. So the significant other is isolating their lover from the whole family and from friends. And sometimes it's not just an abusive relationship. Sometimes it's just control. Control. And they want to control how you look, control how you dress, control. And sometimes if you relent, then they want to come over here and get abusive.
So I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With my
and then they wonder why there's sometimes women, and it goes. If women are going through those types of relationships at a young age, and there's been a lot of them that have done that, because there has. And if we were to talk about statistics, then why do men even wonder why there are so many single women that are from the ages of 30 and up, and we're trying to just kind of reground ourselves? Why do they even bother asking those questions? I'm like, if you don't understand that they and then the whole, nice guys finish last bull crap. I'm like, listen, some dudes really were faking it really well. See, narcissists know how to mirror.
Yes, they
know how to mirror what they know is going to attract you. So that's how they catch you. Why does it automatically seem like it's like our fault? Our fault. Right. We didn't see it. We thought this guy was a nice guy. We thought he was nice. We thought we got it right the first time.
Yes.
Oops.
Oh.
We got the music. It's always getting deep. Always.
We got a little bit of music. So I think that we're gonna take a little break.
Okay.
And we are definitely gonna come back. And I know that I said it had a question there for us. So when we get back, we're gonna get back with his question and take it from there.
All right.
So we will be right back. LeeLee?
I love the beat, man. Listen to it. Listen.
I know it's subtle and soft. It doesn't even come in hard. It's just soft.
No, yeah, I like it when it does come on hard.
You know what? You got to watch what's in your mouth.
Censor, LeeLee. Censor.
Take it away.
Brought to you by I Senate Management. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to that question. Before we do, this show, from her point of view, is brought to you by I Said It Management. For some reason, we're having a technical difficulty. Can't hear.
You.
Can't hear me.
Okay, so unmute yourself, Felicia. Unmute yourself. Say something. Say something.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Oh, she cannot hear you at all. Why is that though?
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And you can hear me, correct, LeeLee?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Jasami says I can hear.
Say something. Say something. Oh, you can't hear at all. You might need, she might need to go out and come back in, you think?
Let's try that.
Felice. Ouch.
And
you might need to go out and come back in.
Yeah, it says, Jasami says, I can hear you just fine. Must be on Felice's end.
Yeah, it's probably on Felice's end. Something happened. And then when we came back, she actually touched her phone and did something. So I don't know if what she did kind of like, but it's all good. We'll just wait for her to come back right quick.
That's right. And again, this is from her point of view talk show with your girl, LeeLee, the goddess and the lovely, beautiful,
Mimie
Mimie the Casa. This is brought to you by I Said It Management. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor of the show, what can they do?
You need to send us an email at herpointofview@aol.com.
Don't be shy. We want to hear from you. We want you to ask us questions. We want you to sponsor the show. We want to see your flyer up on this show. So come on, don't be shy now.
Yes.
It's not time to be shy. We ain't got time for all that.
No more.
Okay, I think you're back. Okay, now let's get to that question. All right. What is your approach? This is from I Said It Management. He wants to know, what is your approach when you witness your partner being a little too flirtatious with your coworkers when they are picking you up from work?
You're asking me?
Yes, absolutely.
What would I say to my mate if I find him too flirtatious?
Yes, when he's picking you up from work with your coworkers.
I'm a comedian, so I'll walk over there and be laughing.
That's me too. Yeah.
Baby, come here, I'll be like, we'll be right back. I put him to the side and I'll be like, really, nigga? That
woo!
He'll already know me in the door, really.
In the face.
I ain't got to say nothing else. What? You know them. What? Okay. And I just walk away.
I like it.
That's it. And that's a very good way to handle that, because it really has nothing to do with them, because, you know, women and men both will do what they're going to do. It's about the person you're with and how they're handling that situation.
I'm not going to make an A of myself in public, but I'm going to be like, is this what we doing? What am I doing? Oh.
That's right. Oh, and Jasami says you both look lovely as usual. We all okay. So she was just seeing two of us at one point. But you know, that's directed towards all of us. And then she said, "We good now." Yay! All right. Thank you, Jasami.
Yes.
Do you think that there's signs that people need to look out for in a relationship to let that show that the person is cheating?
Sometimes, yeah. So the most signs is if a person is always starting an argument in order to go outside, that's definitely a pattern. I see that happening right now today with people that I know, that the day can be going totally fine and their significant other will just start having attitudes and throughout the day and causing arguments just to leave. You know, that's one of the signs. And another sign is when your mate is always, like, especially if they're not coming home from work, but for some reason when they come in the house, they're either always tired or sleepy or go straight to bed or going straight to the shower. Like straight passing you back and going straight to the shower. But some men out here, I'm not saying all, but the way the world is today, they will go sleep with women and come right home and sleep with you right afterwards.
Ew.
I've seen that happen. That
Yeah,
has happened
yeah,
a few times with
it's true.
people that I know. But just mainly always like finding a reason to go places. This has happened to me before, where my ex guy, he always had, Sundays where he would go watch the game with his friends. And in the beginning, I was allowed to go. But all of a sudden, now it's only a guy thing. And I will always wonder why. Like, your friend is married, so his
Right.
wife is always there. So now, all of a sudden, it's only guys.
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out, he was dating her friend.
Hmm.
Oh,
So I wasn't allowed to come because of that.
that's a whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she was lying too. She was taking up. I wasn't there, They said it was all guys, so I had to go over my sister's house. So the whole time she was there, she was bringing her friends over. So
Mm.
I wasn't allowed to come anymore.
What do you think causes relationships to sort of get kind of flatline,
Sex,
boring, lame?
sex,
Sex?
sex,
Chaka chaka? Oh.
sex, communication, and when they stop dating, like when you
Yes.
start meeting somebody, you go out on dates.
Yes.
People get comfortable. They stop spending time together, going out on dates. Some women get so comfortable to the point where she's letting herself go. In the beginning, when she was wearing all the sexy things and doing all the sensual things, now she's around the house with the big mama gown on and the bonnet. Guys getting too content sitting at home playing the game. And by me being single for these 5 years, I've watched people around me, and I'm just watching how their lives are crashing while they're
Mm-hmm.
in relationships. Like I said, they're not dating and going out. The women letting themselves go and
Mm-hmm.
not taking care of themselves anymore, combing their hair and just not being sexy. They don't have sex anymore. Friends in their business all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Family in their business. And people just get content and they just get comfortable.
Do you
Yes.
think it's important for people to also incorporate some sort of, instead of waiting to go to counseling and therapy, that they sort of take charge and say, let me change this up. I'm gonna go I'm gonna wear a cute little outfit on purpose with my little thong, and it's gonna taste good because it's gonna be one of them tasty things. Anyway, and then I make some dinner, and it's like some spaghetti or something with some meatballs, and then he comes home and he's completely not expecting it, and you're like, "What's up, boo boo?"
Well, this is the thing. You don't wait until that happens. You don't wait until it gets to the point of that, because
But
if
I mean,
he's
for people who
if
have,
yeah, if
is
he's
there
already
still
stepped
chances?
out, if he's already stepped out and started doing the things that that you guys were once doing, and he stepped out and start doing
She
these
said,
things,
"She was the vent."
yes, honey, because look, it do get hot. Okay, I
I
had
don't want
to.
to turn my fan on. It'll be too loud. So
Yes,
So
no,
basically,
gotcha.
Mimi, don't wait till it gets that point.
Don't wait till it gets to that point. When you see that something is happening, then you have to nip it in the bud. Like, hey, baby, what's going on? Because I see that there's a little bit of difference. It's all in communication.
yes,
Right. And it
because
should
because he's
be
going to be the one to tell you something, because this is the thing, we always think it's about us, right? And
yep,
sometimes it is, because sometimes we make the changes and we see how we get, and I say we because it happens to all of us.
yes,
You're right, you get comfortable, you start just hanging around the house in the big t-shirt and the whatever, and the what I'm saying, and he ain't finding you sexy anymore, and it's like, you know what, I know what I like, and I like what I like. What I'm
right.
saying? And my thing is, sometimes you have to give them the opportunity, of course, with communication, to say, babe, we used to do this when we first got together, and we don't do these things anymore, or you don't do this anymore, or I find that I don't even do it anymore. But you have to catch it, because
Right.
if you don't, and he gets out there and somebody gets that attention, you're done. Because this is my thing. If somebody
'Cause
else gets your attention out there, and I even get a whiff that took place,
mm-hmm.
I'm out. I can't do
it's
it.
very hard. And that's true. It's very, very hard, and I think they're going extinct. To find a partner or find and have that partner who, no matter if, let's say, you suffer from depression and you can, as a woman or male, and you're unable to perform because of medical situations, because it's just you've lost it and it's not your fault, it's all medical.
Mhm.
And your husband or your wife says, baby, I I didn't just marry you for that. I married you because I love you, for better or for worse, through thick
Right.
and through thin. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
If you're sick, hello, it says that in the contract, through sickness and through health. If your
Mhm.
sickness lasts 2 years, I'm still gonna be with you. I'm gonna ride or
Right.
die. You gotta watch me get off. You can do that too.
But honey,
Whatever
I'm
it
gonna tell you what. If that thing done decided that it don't feel like working, we gonna do something to make it work.
somehow it'll work. With you will have a partner who fits you, who fits
Right.
your needs. But I'll tell you, I'm very happy to know a man and woman, mom, dad, that happen to have been married for so many years,
Mhm.
and one suffered, needed their space. And the man slept on the couch and said, baby, I'm here for you no matter what. I'm like, can I please get that? You're extinct. You're extinct, God damn it. So, it is very hard to find that, because if you end up in an accident, you got a missing leg, and now, medically you just,
Right.
my thing is people are always thinking about when the person is fine. It's
Yes.
okay to not be okay too sometimes.
That's
It's
right.
okay
Right.
if you
That's right.
suffer, if you have spina bifida, and really bad, you can't perform. Some people
Right.
are incapable of performing. Doesn't mean they don't want to, but maybe they
Right.
can't. Some people are paralyzed from rhythm. I'm thinking from like a really broad perspective here. I don't want to leave
Mhm.
nobody out, because
Right.
they deserve love too, and they
Yes.
too they want unconditional love. They want to be in a relationship. They want to be married, and why
Mhm.
shouldn't they? But it is hard to find. It's hard to, but there have been people who love. I mean, I got a girl across the street, she over
Mhm.
here dating somebody, and
Mhm.
she's disabled. And the thing is, people, it is hard, but they are out there. So I
Right.
don't want nobody giving up now,
So I'm
because
gonna so I'm gonna ask a question to you, ladies, in regards to
don't give
that.
up.
I'm gonna
That
yes,
definitely happened.
I'm gonna ride on that for a split second because
Ride it,
I
girl.
want Felice
Ride it
to
hard.
become a part of this right here. So that happens, okay, and you know that it's happening to you, and you know that this is something that can potentially break your relationship. And your guy decides that he's gonna step out, or he's stepping out because it's happening, and you know it's happening. How do you handle that?
So you're saying that if I have a medical condition,
Yes.
paralyzed or whatever like that, and I'm knowing that it's possible that I may never recover from it,
Hmm.
baby, go get that woman and let me watch.
You're super
But what
open.
if he now?
Okay.
Here's another question. What if he tells you, "I don't want that. I just want you, and I don't need that. If I
Well,
can
then
get."
that would be the most beautiful thing, and it's okay.
That
But
I understand what she's saying.
yes,
That'd be beautiful if he says that. But by me being the woman that I am, and I am being truthfully honest, and I'm not saying this because we're on a talk show or whatever. We
hmm,
have girl talk, and I have these discussions with some of my friends, and I've
Right.
said that I would never be selfish like that if I know that I'm paralyzed from the waist down, paraplegic, I'm a vegetable or whatever, and I may not ever be able to perform like that ever again. No, I will never make my husband suffer. But at the end of the day, all I will ask him to do is just don't leave me. You
hmm,
know,
And what if we're not making him? What if he really decides, I don't need it, sweetheart. I
that's
don't need
fine.
it.
That's fine.
right,
That's fine.
right,
Love you, Dad. Sorry.
But if he got needs and he has the urge, and I'm all I tell him to do, whatever you do, just don't bring it home. If
yes,
Right.
I can't stomach it. But me being the person that I am, if I'm okay up here
hmm,
and
Hmm.
I understand, and baby, let me watch.
We're about to finish.
That's that little. That's a there's that little percentage of freaking Scorpio. So yeah. So what had happened was,
But
hey,
now, yeah, and that right there can, I think, to the opposite sex or to anybody, they might find that part confusing. They say, okay, well, we're told not to cheat, but then but if we have urges during the process of you being sick, or then what's the difference if you're working and I need some and I hook up with somebody that I work with? What then? Because we could be tipping a little bit on it. That could be a slippery slope right there. Could be.
Well, if my body is still able and you can lift these legs up.
Well, I mean, your hands work. Your hands work.
Hey, no, you want this womb right here, my boy. Lift these legs up. Pick me up at this wheelchair. If I'm paralyzed from the waist down, I ain't gonna feel it no way. Beat it up.
Beat it up. And also, that, listen, let me say to all you gentlemen, here's the best thing. When you do get married with a woman and you love your woman, remember, there's many things to play with, upstairs, here. And sometimes we get thirsty. That's the nicest way I'm gonna say it.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. If things on my body work and I can make it work, I'm gonna use them.
Right.
Yes. But if I can't, and if it's that bad, well, my health is that detrimental, is that bad, no, I would never want my husband to suffer like that. But if he don't want to, that's the most beautiful thing in the world to me. That
right. And it's not necessarily selfish, and it's not necessarily suffering on that note, because it depends on the person. To them, they could be suffering because that's the mental, that's their opinion. But it really is. It's all about, what is it? Discipline.
Yes,
of course.
There are a lot of people that have that discipline to know this is my baby. This is home. Touching her dang. You ever had somebody say, "Listen, touching your arm makes me get off. Touching your face makes me go crazy."
Well, that's a little deep, but
your nose, I can lick your cheek, your lips, and I just can't stop thinking about you.
Lord.
You know. Now, if not, here's my remedy. Hook up with a Sagittarius.
This little thing.
Right.
We got a question. I said it. He says, okay, so now, what do you do when you dramatically fully heal, but now he's attracted to another woman? Oh, this is a good one. Go ahead, Mimie. Go ahead, ladies. Go ahead.
Well, if he's attracted to somebody else, then he's got to go. That's just the bottom line, because it'll be his loss.
Yeah. So if
he's gone, he's gone. See, when he's gone, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
That's it.
Felice.
That's it.
I'm not about to have, what you call it, the poly relationship.
The poly, right?
We ain't doing that.
No.
So
it's too much stuff happening out there. Too many diseases. Too much stuff. Just too much. We ain't swapping nothing. No.
And I'll be like, I appreciate you taking care of me and being here for me when I was ill. But I can't do that.
Right.
This is where that communication thing comes in, ladies and gentlemen. So, because we don't want anybody to think we just contradicted ourselves, but what it is every situation is subjective. Remember that. And you have to have great communication. Foundation to the relationship is strong, solid communication. Thank you, Mimie. She's been very adamant, very consistent on that. And then we got Felice over here highlighting it, jumping on it, and thank you very much, because that's important. We need to have consistency is key. Yeah. I'm all about consistency. When people contradict, I slap the shit. I'm like, oh no. But we did not just do that. I just clarified from your girl.
Because like you say, it can go either way. If I'm a vegetable and the doctor tells me there's no chance, or telling him there's no chance that I will ever recover, if he sticks by my side to the bitter end, but I'm no longer able to move or anything, and I'm just laying there, and all I'm doing is just staring at the ceiling, I would want him to be happy.
Yeah.
But just
you're such a romantic. I can see it.
me, but just don't leave me. Take care of me until, but I wouldn't want him to suffer if he chooses not to and to stay with me in hopes that I get better. Of course, I would love that. But if the
Right.
doctors are for sure like she'll never recover, no, I would want my husband to be happy, or my significant other. I won't want him to suffer,
Mm-hmm.
because he's gonna need support. That's facts.
Right.
Dealing with this on a daily day basis, he's gonna need a shoulder to cry on. He's gonna, besides his family, people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother, father, sisters, brothers, your best friends is a total different relationship and feeling from as your significant other. That's a
Mm-hmm.
different type of love.
Mm-hmm.
And people need certain types of support. And I would never want him to suffer like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if I'm never gonna get better, just
Mm-hmm.
take care of me. But I would want my significant other to be happy. Yeah.
I mean, because Christopher Reeves, he was paralyzed and he was
Yes.
married, and he had someone who loved him, and they still, made it work somehow, and that is fabulous. I
Yeah.
like that. I like it when I think it's honorable. That's another thing that's lacking is
Mm-hmm.
discipline, honor,
Mm-hmm.
because again, if it's all just about one thing, and then we also have to consider, okay, STDs, we got to consider germs, we got to consider it's not worth it. At you know okay, so somebody got to be satisfied, but at what cost? Just because there's so many ways to be satisfied, even with your disabled partner. And I shout out to everybody who's disabled, love y'all. They got their hands, the hands still work just fine. There's different things. You can be creative. I'm
Yes.
telling you. Anybody
Well,
needs ideas, just come holler at me. We'll
yeah,
talk privately.
I understand on that level. If I'm just like paralyzed from the waist down or something like that, my upper body, everything else works.
The
That's
feet
different.
are fun.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that if I'm not capable and I'm a vegetable and I
Right.
Right.
can't do anything but just
Right.
Mhm.
lay there, I would
That's
want.
different. Yeah. Again, subjective. You would have to have probably some kind of contract saying, you know, at the case of such and such events, you are allowed to, those situations where couples actually, like I said, like you were saying, y'all could communicate. You communicate that into your relationship, surely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not leave him in a situation where he's like, what do I do? Not do anything or do something? Surely, probably write it down or some shit. I don't know. Write it down. Contracts are
So
good.
what if the tables were turned and it was the man that was sick and the woman? How would y'all feel?
Wait, say that again.
What if the tables are turned and you're fine and he's sick? How
If
would
I'm fine with he said, well, I've been there, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody is again. Every situation is subjective, and I fell in love with the person just as they were. They didn't live long, but I just loved them for as long as they were here, and
Mm-hmm.
beautiful? Yeah.
it was just because it just can't help it. I fall in love with the cheeks and the nose and the little tiny pieces of the person that it just drives me crazy. I can't help it. I said it management. He says sometimes people paralyzed from the waist down can still feel. This is true. I've met many people
Mm-hmm.
paralyzed. This guy in a wheelchair. I even asked him all kinds of questions, and he was a little on the chunky side because sometimes that happens being paralyzed and stuff. You kind of put on some weight, and he was very subconscious about his weight. And I said, listen, I like a little chunk. You're fine. It's
Mm-hmm.
good. It's like cushion. I massage you. It's just it's again every it's subjective, very subjective. It depends. Some
Mm.
people not happen to be weird,
That's right.
and that's okay.
And that is okay.
Right. It's kind of like, not everybody's meant to be nurses. Not everybody's meant to be doctors. Not everybody's meant to be lawyers. Not everybody's meant to be in the film industry. Not everybody's meant to be a model. Some people don't know how to just shut up and just wear the clothes and just freaking model. You're supposed to be a mannequin. You don't say nothing.
Right.
Oh, wow. Well, look, ladies, it has been such an honor and such a pleasure to meet you, Felice Tamara
With
J.
2 Scorpios. I love it. It's awesome.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
you gotta love it. Come on, shout out
yeah,
to the Scorpios.
I really do. Thank you. And Sag, we love you.
The Sagittarius.
We love you. And Felice, I need you to let us know again. Let us know how people can reach you, how they can work with you, how they can sponsor you, how they can love on you. Just let us know.
All right. Once again, all my social media handles, my Facebook and my TikTok is Felice Tamara J. And my Instagram is Felice_Tamara J. I'm a content creator, as well as actress, writer, director, filmmaker, playwright. If anybody wants to collab as far as content creating, you can DM me on Instagram. I direct other people's productions as well. If you're looking to collaborate as a writer, need a director for a film, music video, anything like that, I'm available as well. And I'm also a recording artist. I just dropped my first single, working on my second. I'm not a rapper, I'm a lyricist. So
girl, share us those links, by the way, so we can share.
Yes. So you can find my music video on my YouTube page as well, which is Felice Tamara J, as well as other videos of my comedy and everything. And also, if you're looking to or want to book me for a comedian to do stand-up comedy, I'm available for that as well. So you can also contact me, DM me on Instagram or Facebook at Felice Tamara J. So there you have it.
I absolutely love it. That was a lot. A lot of nuggets. I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So LeeLee, honey.
Oh, I was gonna wait till you go. The 2 Scorpios, like side by side.
Oh Lord. Look, if you guys want to just say hi to me at M.I.A Entertainment Group on IG, or you can check out my little website I got up there, honey, just so y'all that need to see what does she really do? MIAentertainmentgroup.com.
Oh, so cute. If you want to check out your girl LeeLee the Goddess, you can find me on all social media platforms as LeeLee the Goddess, or you can check me up on my IMDb as LeeOnessa, Leonessa Cruz, film director, writer, etc. And we kind of all have a lot in common. And let's all collaborate. You never know where this will take us. Amen. Hallelujah.
Yes. And everyone, oh my God, Bernadette, thank you so much, honey. Bernadette, Brick Malone, Lil Ninja, you got up in here. What's up, girl? Yay! Okay, so everyone, thank you guys so much for coming through. You guys are absolutely amazing. And to our listening audience, of course, we love ya.
Love you.
Yes. And our show has been sponsored by
I Said It Management. You want to be a sponsor or a guest?
I said it just like that.
And you want to be a sponsor or a guest?
Yeah, you want to be a sponsor or a guest? Just hit us up, okay? Send us an email, herpointofview@aol.com.
All right.
Right, that's right.
We are
I
covered.
love y'all cheeks. You ladies have such cute cheeks. I love them so much.
She a cheek person. We got to watch her. Thank you, Brick Malone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brick Malone.
So see you guys next time. And Felice, thanks again for being with us.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sweetie.
Ciao.
That's a little outro song right there.
I love it.
You got to turn it up. I said you got to turn it up so we can dance.
Turn it up. Yeah. So we have like a signature dance. You know what that is?
Hey.
Hey, come on, y'all.
We doing it. That's right. So
I'ma give it to you right all night. No, we ain't never gonna stop. I ain't never had it like this before. No. Gotta keep it together. Yeah, that's right. It's a real good sexual fight. Give it to you all night, right?
I'ma take you some loving, sweet delicious taste. Only you, I'm so gifted. See the flood on the waves.
real. Straightforward, 100, keep it always real. Cause I'm giving it to you right. Pleasure on, going all night. You know the deal, and it gon' last for life.
Hi, Charlene. Come on in.